For the past month, I have been working on a passion project of mine where I explore new amigurumi hairstyles. I've done many hairstyles in the past for my amigurumi dolls, but many of the techniques use a hair wig cap. Now, that's not to say that there's anything wrong with using hair wig caps, it just seems to be a dominating technique when it comes to amigurumi hair. I just wanted to explore new ideas, techniques, and hairstyles that I hadn't quite seen in the amigurumi world just yet. So I embarked on a little adventure where I did lots of experimentation. In this video series, I will be sharing with you my journey as I attempt various hairstyles using yarn for amigurumi dolls, including all of my successes and failures. So I hope you'll stick around and join me. All of the dolls featured in this series will be using Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn in the colorways Coffee, Brown, Cinnamon, Toasted Almond, Latte, and Light Taupe for the various skin tones. I have included Ivory in the mix as a color reference. This yarn is 100% acrylic and is a medium 4-weight yarn. You can get multiple dolls out of one skein of yarn, assuming you are using it only for the skin tone. The base doll I have chosen for this experiment is a Chloe doll, written and designed by Leticia Delgado of La Crocheteria. This is a great base doll pattern that can easily be changed up for various looks. It is worked up in one piece with the exception of the arms. If you would like to learn how to crochet the arms into the body, Teri from the Yarn Joy podcast has some tutorials on how to do just that. As usual, I will include all details listed down below in the description box. Hi, I'm Gail and welcome to Stitchity Doo Doll. In the beginning of this video, I did mention that the majority of amigurumi hairstyles out there do incorporate a hair wig cap, and I will admit that my very first doll in this series does incorporate a hair wig cap. However, it is a hairstyle that I have not attempted for my doll, and I did change up the style just a little bit for a little bit pop of color, texture, and interest. And this is my first doll in this series, and I'm super happy with the way that she came out. It adds a bit of femininity, I think, with the hair bow tie in the top knot here, and then also with the floral print, and then the pop of color. It's just beautiful, and I'm super happy with the way that she came out, and I love this look. If you attempt this hairstyle, something to be aware of is that it can be top heavy. Now, the construction of each individual hair strand is basically a chain that you work back onto itself, and then it curls. And as you can tell, it does incorporate a lot of hair strands, so it does make it top heavy. And so because of that, she does suffer from wobbly head syndrome, and that's even with my neck reinforcement that I use. And I tend to use a hot glue stick. This is the same glue stick that you use for a hot glue gun. Now, I know that many of you makers out there do use a wooden dowel for your neck reinforcement, and in this particular case, I think you have a better advantage because it's so top heavy. I can imagine that a wooden dowel will be able to fix this issue. So that's just something to be aware of and to consider. With this doll, I attempted something new to me, and that is crocheted eyes. Now, this is the very first time I've attempted crocheted eyes for my amigurumi dolls. I will be honest, I used to think that they were too big and bulky for amigurumi dolls, and I thought that maybe safety eyes and embroidered eyes were more dainty and more appropriate for dolls. But the designer whose tutorial I followed for these eyes basically taught me otherwise, and I followed Whitney Marie Anderson's tutorial here on YouTube on how to do these eyes. And if you check out her channel, she has beautiful, absolutely beautiful dolls. And her eyes are just so captivating. It's like it sucks your soul. But I'm enamored with her doll eyes. And so when I attempted it, I was like, my doll just doesn't look like hers. I don't know what it is, you know? And I thought to myself, I wonder if maybe my eyes are too far apart. You know, maybe I just didn't position it right. Maybe it's too high, or maybe it's too low. Or maybe I used too thick of a yarn to crochet the eyes with. Maybe I need to go with a thinner yarn and a smaller hook. And then I thought, maybe she needs some eyelashes, some false eyelashes to stick on there because her eyes are so big. So I was just thinking of all these different things as to why my eyes are not looking right and why it doesn't look as stunning as Whitney Marie Anderson's. And then I went back to Whit's YouTube channel and I looked at all of her photos and watched her videos, and I realized I'm missing her mouth. So I thought, I wonder if that will make a difference. So I stitched her mouth on and I was like, that's it. That was a missing piece. And something about the mouth, it just finishes it off. And I feel like the face is complete. Without it, it looks like something's seriously wrong, like something's missing. It's just not quite right. But the mouth and the nose just finishes it. So if you're gonna attempt these eyes, I suggest and I recommend that you do the nose and the mouth along with it, because it's gonna complete the look. In order to do this hairstyle, I had to figure out a way to make the headband lay flat. And so I came up with the idea of stopping the hair strands up top and just leaving the rest of the hair wig cap bare. That way it'll allow the fabric to lay flat up against the head. And you might ask, why not just stop the hair wig cap up here? And that is an option actually. You can absolutely stop it up there. However, I wanted it to have an appearance of hairline. So I wanted the hairline to stop here and not all the way up here. I didn't want like a high forehead type of look. And so that was just my preference. But if you wanted to, you can absolutely just stop the hair wig cap up here and not have to deal with this. So that was how I attempted this hairstyle. To make this doll, I used Hobby Lobby's I Love This yarn in the colors Coffee for the skin tone, Cinnamon for the hair, Tangerine Bubblegum for her dress, and Ivory for her underwear. Premier Basics in the color Peach for her shoes and belt, and for her eyes I used Ice Yarns Alara in black, Baby Bee Sweet Delight in Angel, Yarn Bee Sweet Minis in green, and white thread. I used a floral fabric that I found at Hobby Lobby for her headband, and with a 3.75mm F hook and a 4-weight yarn, she came out to be approximately 13.5 inches tall. If you would like to learn how I approach this hairstyle, keep a lookout for my video tutorial. And in typical Stitchity-Doo doll fashion, I will be sharing with you all of my thought processes and tips and techniques along the way. So I hope you'll join me. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye!